Hey guys, it's Taylor, and this week I have an exciting video for you. It is my 36-week bump date, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. This week, baby Beckett is measuring the size of a head of romaine lettuce. The cravings I've had this week are poppy seed muffins and green smoothies. I have been drinking green smoothies every single morning. I put 2 bananas in it, and kale, and coconut flakes, and this blue agave syrup for sweetener, and it's so good, and water and like a little bit of orange juice, just the best mixture ever. Do it every morning. I can't go and do anything without having my smoothie. Some symptoms that I've had this week is lots of cramping still. And when I talk about cramping, I'm talking about like my lower pelvic area is very sore and feels like I'm carrying a big bowling ball, which technically I am. But yeah, it's very sore and have a hard time getting out of bed in the mornings and just rolling around at night. It's really painful. Very, very happy to be done soon. So 36 weeks is actually the last week that Beckett is considered preterm or like an early baby. He was to be delivered this week. Another thing that I've been doing this week is lots of walking. Rodney and I have been going on walks all week, and for the last couple of weeks actually we've been getting out as much as we can if the weather permits, and that's really nice. We go with Levi and sometimes our dogs, and there's a park right down the road, so we just walk over to the park, and we walk about like 1.5 miles, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes just a mile, but it is really nice and I enjoy doing it. It does help with my cramping and my soreness. However, it is definitely more of a waddle than a walk. One of the things I wanted to talk about this week with you guys is a pretty big part of my pregnancy. So with Levi, I had a C-section. It was not a planned C-section. It was actually a very traumatic experience. After 36 hours of labor and 12 hours of pushing, I ended up having to have an emergency cesarean with him. It was a pretty bad traumatic experience. That is a whole nother video in itself. I'll be doing a birth story here soon once I am able to sit down and talk with you guys for a while. It is going to be a pretty long video, but anyways, one of the biggest things is my doctor talked to me about whether I'm going to have another cesarean or a vaginal birth, and my preference is a vaginal birth. I do want to try a VBAC, and if you guys don't know what a VBAC is, it's just another name for a vaginal birth after cesarean. And VBACs have a lot of risks, and they're very scary and can be very dangerous to both the mother and the baby. One of the biggest risks is the risk of me rupturing my uterus because it has been cut open. Unlike other, people who have delivered vaginally, they have a lot less of a risk. In fact, almost non-existent risk of them rupturing. So basically my doctor talked to me for a good 45 minutes about what would be safest for me and baby, and we're gonna kind of play it by ear. If Beckett is looking bigger towards my 39th and 40th week, if I make it that far, then we are going to have to do a C-section, and that's fine with me. It's going to be a lot less traumatic this time because it's going to be scheduled out and planned, and I'll know what to expect. It's not going to be an emergency, so it'll be slow. I'll be awake. I'll be fine and doing a lot better emotionally and mentally. I'll be prepared for it. However, if he is looking at about like 7 pounds and like max 8 pounds 5 ounces, at 39 weeks, then we are going to go ahead and try a VBAC, and I'm so excited and I'm so hopeful that everything works out so that I can have a VBAC. It'll be better for me, it'll be better for my boys. Taking care of a 2-year-old and a newborn is going to be very difficult if I have to heal from a C-section as well. Crossing my fingers and praying with all that I have that I will have a healthy VBAC delivery so that I can be the best mom that I can possibly be for my boys. Anyways, that is the biggest thing that we talked about. So pretty much we're just playing it by ear, and I will obviously keep you guys updated as we go. I think that is it for this week. I'll show you guys my bump, and then I think that'll be it. So yeah, let's do a bump really quick. Okay, so here is a front view of my bump. Pretty much the same as 3 weeks ago. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks since I talked to you guys last. Here is a side view. I don't know if it's gotten any bigger or if it's just in my head. It probably has. And I'll go to the other side. Okay, so I think that is everything I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to let me know you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye!